MP4 at 6:30 a.m. local time. Surplus Navy MH-6UR Seahawks Canning EMP-4A4, that's the MAH-60. Romeo Gravely were up, providing top cover prem for a naval task group patrolling. They put the task and ended its back in each ward. The South Southern Red Sea used for your retailed been Air for Barharat Das Manacor the Tepani so had been fairly quiet up until P4, the perpletron each other. And barely quieter can until last Nick Pound. Swords secker, but things off in a matter P4s, but things were about to matter of second it's seconds. Half, about to kiplini mati of seconds raften in netterd again of seconds. And gotten he just huff out. For what the CA Hawk crews didn't know was Oshbol's axe mers that a group of them of Houthi fast attack towboats operating off Hodeida had said they had test sites and at a south. Houthis on a commercial escort and its high value cargo. A NASCAR, either Nevers of Flores Rothas Bluebit lines them. Your leave is healing or equal. If the fuel go. Equally beaky. You for cover for the gods. Ets and bursts of F machine. Gunfire at the Singapore. Flagged container ship. Hangzhou, as she steamed through the southern Red Sea, about 55 nautical miles southwest of Al Hudaydah. Ibli, mile southwest of Vadi, agree, you agree. No, again. If Kauti any MAP4, M Yemen. The Houthi pier, Kai plan was D4. Vithin Vine Fisord, Teki Gay Arium F alongside the came Wardig Fawn, the Congo ship, Gekout alongside. Eniv MPP4, board her quickly, and via pay penny asserti, pay at audio with any MPPs of 4, or venivert audio, MP4, and take control at BP crew the code yell for help. Mess 1060 repra C cup. Bayhab 2. U Navy AMH 6 Sipstard. Seahawk helicopters were away according to Taploda. The cunning game to board. Is now the land to eating at tempering pieces. And he plied with cannibals or was given a bore Honda and English. And closing Tizzy would grow here. So do's no anyway. Amnes Cavinioti with NEM EP4. Launched from the USS Dwight D. IVS Credoa Howard and USS Gravely. Manny Vertiod, TIL Signs, Seahawks, Standard Wenner and P4 Lancer, for 7-2, Quantity 7er Ender of a lax spreads at 40 Lances 70-72, were tasked with maritime security overwatch, and for the two languages be large in this half horsing. Fodder war this busted of security over widely ancient. P4E prog on the surface evil. Checking out where Tayan de P's here, Pinis Tian, though it opens up of ending out to act fact, land of the surface, seketh tiok anything in body ends re-looking on the surface. E audion MP4. Sounds like a cruisy job, right? Then the MP4. The spreading freight du vest Vinloter, Hostiel per hours, Pulliger, Dan kept of her record. Ike, you kept. At this pact in the 90 Hawin, Pine but rest not. You job with sex and he as a independent portaying. He victim aping. The quatting you than US gray. He for the moment the smarge will range. The Maersk hang jobbin. Says, oh, Iski, wrapped, the moment, the Lloyd Klojka, roads of the police key. Cole was trying a year. The Giu. P4. She had to secure hunters. She had to sickle on board. Is winnie enium and tadafter. Lionier pair. Set us your references. Osborth at pungent for the traded corpus. And Matt and Alpha out and brought at her and a pair. 4 air and 1 COIFs Pavmins and Nutha Craft Taftet were within sit Novuni Kais have article miles. And then ice came at a wetooth and Zilkaning Eduane Riles and Sabrine and Selsinski. 4. Zuka Caber, AMP4 cause. The team took up defensive positions. 4 armed with nothing more than M-Nocurels and an NM. 4 rifles and a Ekpisha. Eller. Whisper no N4 righty machine gun. P4 with any MP4. They were seriously outgunned. Sipakown Judas Geth, Ibini, Ink, the Pier Paincher, Houthis had rockets it. 4. They take a the Emmy Furies. RPP4 RPGs with thermobaric warheads. The Uhunim his Goive. And for Keith Wenv, Kopek. That one, that A was a 3-watt round, and what outmatched what the merchant ship had to itself. Having a frown as the Perchelian, and is that thing will hold the host wolves herself. In just a few minutes, the attackers were going to be right along beside trying to clamber a Borg Sified I Tembin Ingani quiver. Affior, and things could out about front us, Predator Panicking Eyes, some MG Cranction and whom to be sater. Hey, back, that's in their overneater. The Seahawks responded instantly. Ins Ihut Frokes, Frat the Ats, we cheshing the Vix Keenum for it. 4 assessed the Danny Ordio with the Amakanzer Fleer to P4 as soon as they were pleaded for. Las they were cleared to P4. They copter 100 heft of any MP4 as Cuspade and Botouth aircraft pushed up to Nuven Thurges and T4. 4 of eyes car Unioting Lowell Helm, which Nair, Hafgold in Hablit at P4, trying the 26th nautical mile gap. Gift is, then you can the audio with any MP4. But distance wasn't on their side. See you have meaty fro, but and stout to eared. It would take 9-minute teenies to reach the ship, about 5 minutes to place from the airport. So, the sight to it, you copy the lyrics too wet, chew Esker, late to stop the brief day. Frank, you don't negate him. 2. Shanty fall meanies they can us boarding. Right he hand, man. He ain't with rest, Frankie can't. P4 soar, so the pilots had to come pilots had to come up with a plan, and Fissay call it fat. 4 an attacker, Biffige. Eddie with any MP4 and fast, something that would hit attacker. Before, PC Corday, Mick compressing your fail. For say, he's all over to the throw. He has to pick with you. Vassal Guzuel Militin Anzalano. 4 at 6:31 a.m. 4. The Romeos picked up and Flyadaber, Iranian, to hit plate duff to Monder, Tinrukal Pias, Cops Pau, Rodamers, Eindets, Ukal Bokin on the spot, Rogamer, type fast forward. Paf. Sakin notes the notable boson Dre Dulder. Peachin Sani Barrer. He's audio with ear. Any MP4. Each around 7 meters long. VDM P4. Alzine Neuer, closing on the Maersk Epen. Eit. X. A. At 50 knots in a tight P4 Finifi King Benning Kenyayam bursing 4 pevers Valwadini Emberging formation. Cam PCAMs. Each boat carry 4. Hausa. Hamlism Miams. Doliate. Hother militants. Arrington is a 3M. Asked armed Vevid PS Onez. AK-47s and RPGs. Bobaric RPGs. Capable Mubarak RPGs, punching through up to 300 nebia. Eagles and Square Taverner, FP, unrolled homogeneous armor, Ruli, Houthis Lusano, Abdoni View Houthis For context, SE. In Naya about 25 mar. And then thick, meaning about 25 mar thick. Hamdi were, meaning those are she could slice through her line, paper, click, the lava said. It's truer like paper, see? You all you the way making things worse. Making things gran insurance T. P4 held every one of Drigged with Starlink terminals. With an NEM to peep the sworn, every one of the boats what's Regan to Pasfalitham Salmon Edge. Pund boats is thread with Starlink terminals. MP4 relaying live data back to commanders. The Humi elements Ani Nia relaying elements in Holida back to Kahani elements or Adinos Ifer. You can find Ezentel. Coincidence. Starlink gave the Houthi Houthis real time coordination with Turtha drones on the Sunton and Adrasini Alpin. See Volk with Tesa for your own lives. IMP4 coastal spotters and command with enemy nodes, town nodes, NA and a thing is console spotter. Vex ops a maxi can DC-0. They're convert the though any MP4. That's Anatover, this wasn't some dodgy smash and grab job. Straight from Iran's asymmetric. In Freel to point, Fang, Tap, P, Mean, Pay, Eton. PX and a neck you're hitting that enabled parents of pay. Elisa that. 4. Even though the Maersk was aimed, with any MMP sore ein von though the Maersk corning word fall on the mare's mind. Taus Capel Loner's Joe was unarmed. Force. She wasn't totally defenseless. Gingchas. M2 Sadra at least all the cousins of Vito Hafenik palming de Veher. A. Any MP4. At about 1800 meters. If Pinum Leo, B. Alpimini, M. 242, B. VE. Machine guns. Mounted along the stern. And pulled the side to side. Jet. Yota five to pass. Then Ivor. Vavits Mafanist. They managed to damage one of the boats, but couldn't it stop. Call Fia Pintins of Cop Alvin Impoppers Vout. 40 worth that Abdin Ring Cother and Edward cannot be Florida 4. P4. 47 seconds later, Seesor, the Asanesta de Peaches, to one you at Tizanin Weddies, where attackers were at his side, RPG range. And that's when inside, RPG, and the person's around, Cage. Yeah, pre-conceived liars of the affairs. Fate, icon, leading you at. When the first round came in, a Cranders Talson, fire, and a knocked out. One Bold's rudder, ape assembly. Right? Although the difference in it. The feel of the fun is both the fire. After frigate one Bold's rudder assembly. P. Uvert court X and geek their fighter from boats. Kim to past the ship's superstructure by just a few meters. Well, the Gina is an achievable injured most in his ninja. 418 is applied in Jaralpin and Chambi Kayananaber, and then would have taken out the ship's ability, even lower 3. To Manoa Ver or coordinate any defense sets, see Hapentias. Elisir or Scostas the Ulogenes Nergali's cord red D's. Ewellen, Etricus, Itanani, all of these instances. So, Bainshire 4. At this point, secondly, piece of Hiri Isle ending was obvious the security aid of detail and run was secondly way. With any MP4, it was obvious the security of the seconds Ayla of Tefton in Fangulises. Vapits Bay over Van Pfeffer of size. 4. That's when the Seahawks arrived. And that's when Srothens Heimravid of a Seamas Maniats about the anti-wedded sands. Jiven Versus arrived. A4 P4, thanks to the defense put up by the ship's security team. Thanks to the defense put up by the ship's security team. 4. Mittermagta to keep firing in RPG Sachs had stayed around the bar 600 koiks me 5 ronan is meter RPG score. That is Ryan Teenan 250 volus. Heat thousands. Fetchman Farney RPG like keep firing RPGs. That delay was enough for AM and P4 Al Ian. 70er 1 and Lenthes exit the Stettern 72. To close right in. 46939. The Mile Verdi MP4 I by Zoyan 639. They were a mile out, cleared hot. Peu can call cert 20 MP4 and ready to engage. Setter, Tier, F Teach, Sitch aircraft sits, the A and APS 1 Phoebes E33s, these inch, the reacties, is radar, P48 and D2 kilometers. 2 top the boats forward of Ennikri saying where he had first picked up the boats for Zintalamator to cut down all the pals common Cow Nadabi, Iraq, Cow Authorus of way. Teak 3 seek clutter made it tree for, but thick hider set to clutter, accurate, feek law H, ets, cow, C, N. To get it accurate read on each craft, and zip, bet, right, soar, with 32 forward and 30 air. Surface contacts in the areas. Seal. The in the area. Hannam Piender map in forwards. The pilots soon have the at. The. That. Sitched Remazi Abdar. Into narrow pulse mode. TI Encreve 1 micro P forward. Refreshing in all Adris. Pushing out bursts at 0.5 to 1 microsecond intervals. 8 step to get the clean. Fact to get the clean. IA4. That atio. Preter fidelity. They need it. That to may direct run, Brett and their brought the attacking boats. That allowed them the mate Lunigru the animistic right non-peas. Ek, e coptange. Sistak she cost high than they cost holding in it. By Cat Petet, NTI the indicator. The radar then used MKMA computator to converge the tickets to a penflip. The sick checkpoint head. To controlance and advanced fortune in the Grady items. It works by detecting Doppler shifts, X and Gat, Hop, Gani's war. Srav. The a motorbike roar past re4, yeah, just a hand in a poison layer of coal parsons. Just like hearing a motorbike roar past you. MPE 4. That pitch change. Same idea. E-case, M and P4. Except with radio waves. 4, E, or once MTI confirmed the contacts were real, and you preserve came Venturata, Cranes Nina Liu Fai, Claxtes. The high verse you synthetic aperture radar to build a detailed real time image of the boats. You promise nutrienting those damn those lean. How did those connect to here? Geez. I slowly you be. You laws. You stole to me and you. Amps the face him. Guilty. With confirmation in hand. P4. The Seahawks were ready to go to work as of T-Cred the in pace to Kyres. We can relay be miting in Hepritur. Aliark. carry it 2 gale yoked, 20 with that, bruck tit ziktikach, 70, et, duck, 50, Cal Eliaber machine guns, 4S, my Chrysiary. This week's monsters fire up to any beds and comlux scriction rain in a P4s. I want to harder overdale ebnunasings rainy Qatar. Sad attacks freakers was in fact the rain of Mao Pal Scrot Asarius. After pay me teaching the scripting SL. Dissing sound effects cordic addy. I am an wonder pie to tell Steve speeding easy if we have a same know that P would speed of Pavel Bar. On farthing with Ferthany and a cane uses. Vard's pen its aft the Browns were a mix of armor, pierce freelisius. P. And piercing incendiary and tracers. Perfect for thin, skinned, fast boats. Heats, ace, t, sapine, eat. Sleep of the Kenny Ayatsa P4. But believe it or not, the Houthis fired first and therefore the Clothes and the Fanja Houthis fired first at 6 died or 40. 4. PKM Tracers, the aircraft. SO Whipped, the Asscraft. The Bef the aircraft. MP4, some within 15 meters. 4. The out. And last mistake. That was their last mistake. P4 oxide of about 150 spence countermeasures. And Nessie Minis Ewedert 1S and Quief Tilly Scray. And something if you adapted to speed, do it about the gain after the fuel their perceivance its hero kindness in such draft and uncandid dispensing coded measures. Anthony non-reactant has a apple tea and matched litters, between Cordy Weefine Edel with again dispensing countermeasure airs. Each aircraft, draw of MJU 680 Type B, Flyer Flares, and Tunnery 24, RR 180 Chap. Bunals, Edereaster, Vipis Ferrisers, How, Devrigati, Kugat Peep at the Fink, Forming in Frey the Arabic thanks, Rifkas Lectin, Rifk, Tiv Shield, made ben Hydritus at Rika, at it keeps, the Hydhovis had is how to heat, T, at Seek, this is time, Evan Ekin Meso or Incy of Ads, Edisi Hyrili, C, Luda the Plusnip, upon his Harry's T. Toolden again Ezeus. 200 degrees Celsius. Theseus for 2.5 seconds. Plenty. To fool. And an email friend. For D. Many. Men. Cry D. E. Pekin. MP4 launch was detected. Any MP4. No missile launch was detected. For an Houthis kept other. Pilotini MP4 is worth levering anything to chance, but the pilots weren't anything to chance. With every cast the name of the plek people chain hands, then everything went off at once. At 6:41, X-Ats E6 delivery flees in one hero is the pan servicers of Mavern, a Frau Pito, and Swapelsel. With any MEP44. Lancer 71 lined up boat 1. Berendit Plough. Then around strict the put up the field straight. The crowd. Victor extrant Koreans at command. Nera Koreans, pout. S&D the Australians whipped. Our engine by and bear loud. And lead at cold, desert urban high. And then he, and at lips is the coral like food visage. Pain was luck in a few was cloud low sure over their eye is remove and I ain't using you in a bogey now of fall. Pickle lane and will reassay. Brightness, who fuel cell. Seen a fireball with any MP4. A fireball erupted and scored. Immentutir. Sea pulsing. We're with these in 45 seconds. Before any MP4. Before it even disappeared. P4 and aim at a PP4. Vassie. Lancer 71 shifted left and took aim at boat 2. Lactin minty tcumfs and audio with an afeni with any MP4 burst blew out. The rudder a 2 is a brile. 4N. Wakwain thieving av ali team with any MP4. And a hey a and a fay solid 3 second finish the job. Daf Gortiams of key to 40 The boat rolled, flooded, entered piece P4. and capsized at 6-342. The MP4. Both helicopters then on boat. 3. Focused on map females. Player. 4 naar P5 gaw from 2 angles, hammering Evernate Tem 4 Masser. Winch of 4 Fufting Erkoven and Klaas. Hand sore, heavy wrenchings, shredded the hull, but Murray Pochin forcing on out of 4. Armor, piercing rounds, shredded the hull the waterline A Vites of theirs, and wild. Last by the AOI. Who's and the crew stood no chance. And Chupinset, Enigan Previtation, Sapchisiting, Sapser, they both sixer at your io with any MP4. The boat slipped under by Swanentasti fine for sits then spout if class. That after that, turned their guns or manfordings rem ready por. Some vulas who of their vort deftanian answer. Erv of limi dot tabaster. Fuse about Spada Laugh's crew had already 4. Bassist. They pass at and they can alert the tea. Tea they'd seen enough. Next, Basie just obtained their demands. Repeat with these in Jude. Ganas for the enemy. He's only ordnance on the way. Pars, they broke out earth-west trailing smoke. The Peener MP4 here. That off to the northwest trailing smoke. Ak paying would been either ever the Giskanisi Riani Engwek and Sekua Sovimus for it. That's in the mercy sword. And this priority what is Cray Stephen Chase. Van of an Ansadar. Efriz Kive. Van with that priority watching. Preemy was staying with the merchant ship. 4. In under C over 7 minute P4. With any MP per sir. Sorix had been of thing Everts when 2 Harks, Seahawks had sunk 3 bowground 1 804. As is ward, Sephenly Nines, Papal de Woman says art, want P Venistina Dicla Dualinas Ness. Had fired around 1, inch 100 rounds. Beakathem the Speckleder, NEM's P for Caskins, but the jury didn't end there, but put the story there. 4. U.S. Central come out a few boats. Tekken Fiat satisfied, with ethnic of just taken forests. In Muckets to Quincy. KL was T-Guess, just his eyes in touted with a few boats. Towers in Estafie Hole. Before, they clearly wanted to send a much clearer message when the end much clearer as an air rafting wish. Thou PM we want his walk and tight his core cause nent than offer than he ends. 4. Within MP hours. Within 8 hours, the USS Gravely N carried out the Buzen, the Cal Percept Rikes, you to the support radar site, hikes, use of these. Other fighters namens at the end, you proved hunter. View 7th of that. Now you have these radar cedar ants used to support Nafornia with these at Nelly, energies each inmates in supporting evil of pace to long engine inacnai Luisu, Zuporn Liberty, hot as you lang your photo over an Ellens of waters from the wrong knee. 4. Using its 5 Mark 45 Mont 4 gun Von to ship fired 9-2 Bury the Schicktaper Meyer it P for high explosive and air burrows and in a fast and NASCAR sayings. But these 70 per second normally then next full psi at the Rathamexshell 5 thicks injured Suli sems fly with around any fires from the Zanchus face and next per second with the of Avrofun supplying with Adam 9 syllables end of Athon operating levies ignited and ran a clay Adelsy zeal to Louisa miles. Where they are for, which isn't called land claim lit rams of only 9 miles. MP4 Ain, the Grahandria Thodio with a gravely cruised up and down the Yemenu, the Crowsed up and the Yemeni Coasty 4. The gravely cruised up and on Verde Rofin. 4 Sepulverdi, Sishin Ziga Asanoseti with any radar PZ4. Ets Kachabal and Dar eats his Questerichabal, Altair. Then never with NF and Arafit P4's Al Mocha and Raz Isa. All 3 sites as Dia Vinib MDP and Sachiris, Union destroyed about P4. All 3 sites were destroyed before some CS down. Data Forest. The Houthis had relied on these radars. These days to try hack coalitions. Tad, K, Tror and Viliz Tippy, shooting SNAP, F, Emperor Lushtini Sia. He load the anti-gas. When teenagers easily land 7 for decent. 4 call us capability by M flee 4 refuge. Their loss cut Houthi militia by roughly 60%. Heinina week was affected by roughly 60 state by Roscassin force, and into Holdo MP4 wiki AL bow die MP4 tias, we can further battle damage assessments. According to Drone Baden, Vilbane, user Lier MP4. But even that wasn't the end of it. For the Opetsgrijkasir, the Tuttaskari to with any MAP force. On and January fun, more strikes followed. Launched VFA 131 AGMer. Carrying AGM 154s. Jesus Houthis. That's G. C's. C-less. G-U. Fleet. Missile warehouse. Their agate was the Aldi, Vet and Maisi. Is the I. Dalgam, what during missile warehouse. Horny. P. Quite conceivable of unforced concrete. The reinforced concrete in Veros traveling 8-14. 8. Traveling at it kilometers second. Native Kyrogly. Actually pulling Yaman. Here. At E full volume. E. C volume. Me. E will. Or. You're the crow. 4 at 6:43 p.m. Pause at January Almsid and Swarpines any MP4th Eind the audio with 40 weapons hit the complex. Plea P4. The Galtam modders can fact to defer to Pete 4, the NEO with triggering huge secondary explosions. Destruction of their intercepts Camp Palvi communications. Confirmed. The disrupts confirmed. AF-team. Kessin. Boys. Jesus Jonas disconnected laxes. The slides. Jones. Houthis. Apinafe. Colvorseer. View at N6 Keens MBP4. That 4 nor anti-ship missiles there. Cadence kits a multiple. Guidance. Kit C give the beans and Desi Jeruskiv. Iranian advisors and Vorse AD. Sofum. Enis. NEP Sornacetes. And all the operators. 4. The message was unmistakable. 4. The U.S. wasn't just defending in the Mahani Ocean, that was shifting to spies. Regai is histing. The V. Prepanges the seances until their variation of Vexu and Lewis and Escalation. Essex a Lua Vest Hurdy Asians and things to that in base. Love Nation Clearbitz's Luigi. Two arranging these three who range sword and mouth into the ways the science the military is besides Pakbo and you harness of what also available in our fighting as you low in any field. Bye. For now.